Hi everyone, sorry I'm missing you today, but I thought I'd do my presentation through video. For my school improvement project, I chose teacher-led professional development. Some of my ideas from this came from our beginning of the year meetings. Always have a lot of professional development workshops and meetings at the beginning of the year. And we were in groups. One of our teachers suggested that some of us are doing some great things in our classrooms with technology and classroom management, and we don't get a chance to see each other in these classrooms. So it'd be really great if maybe we could provide our own professional development. Also, because I float, I go from room to room for my classes. I don't have my own. I also see a lot of teachers' lessons before my classes arrive. And I've noticed that some of those teachers, particularly the older ones, are not using the technology we have at our school as well as they could. Our kids have a one-to-one computer program where they each have a computer. And so we have a really great opportunity to really use technology in the classroom, and some people just aren't using it. And also, I think it's important that we have relevant professional development. We've had lots of experiences where we've got the newest, latest thing we're supposed to learn and do with our kids this year, or a professional guy comes in and talks to us about this or that. And so often you find that when you have these sort of big name presentations, you really don't end up using much of it. It's not very relevant to what you're doing. So I wanted to make sure it was something that I did something that was something very useful to everybody. So I proposed to our administration a half work day of teacher-led professional development, and they seemed very supportive at first. I thought I would have half a day where teachers that were doing great things in their classroom could lead classes. I had done a survey asking teachers what particular technology tools they were using, and I used that survey to ask certain teachers to present things I thought that would be very useful. So I thought these teachers would present classes. I could have teachers sign up to go to different classes. We could have sort of a rotation, and then we have a great lunch, and then they'd still have half a day to work on classroom things. So that was my original idea. However, in reality, the administration didn't want to use a work day for this. And it's somewhat of a good thing, because as a staff we've said that they don't give us enough time to work on what's important with the Common Core and our classrooms, and we're so busy with meetings and workshops we don't really have the time that we would like to have. So they wanted to sort of stick with that, not take a work day. So he suggested that we use the staff meeting for professional development. And I was a little hesitant about that because, as many of you know, after a long day and a long meeting, you really don't want to sit there and listen to more stuff. You want to go home. So I kind of came up with the idea with like little mini professional developments. Our staff meetings are one day a month, and I thought, well, if we could just take quick 10 minutes at the end, do a quick presentation that's very meaningful, might work. And then we could video these presentations and archive them on a YouTube channel that people could get to later. So the presentations end up going really well. I did the first one on Gapminder, and then I asked one of our other teachers to do one, and he chose to do WeVideo and ThingLink. And so my requirements that it was approximately 10 minutes. It was something that was relevant to all grade levels, since we have kindergarten through 12th grade. It was something that could be easily implemented. It wouldn't take a lot of time to figure out, and it was something that they currently used. So for my presentation, I used Gapminder, which was something I learned at our Melt Institute this summer. This is a great site. It's called gapminder.org. And basically you have all these countries of various sizes based on population. You have an x-axis and a y-axis, and then you have data from years dating back to the 1800s. And you can see how the income per person has changed over the years with life expectancy. And there's a lot of very different things that you can do. You can focus on certain countries if you want to. You can change these to many different topics. And I used some of this with my math class, my integrated project I did. So I took a few minutes to talk about this great site. One of the neat things that one of our other staff did, which I thought you might find useful, was on ThingLink. And you can sign up and you can upgrade automatically because you're a teacher, and you can either create your own and use others. And what it is you create a bunch of images, and then you can put icons or links to items for those images or videos and sort of things. So this one was on exponential functions, so you can kind of click on different things. But the neat thing is you can search anything that you want. So I just searched math in the beginning. And then you have all sorts of things that people create in math, but you also can create your own. So when you join, you can upload an image and then you can create, like they did here, and oh, they're just sharing this image here. But you can create little points, and this would be a great student project for older kids also, where they could create their own thing link, which our Spanish teacher had them do. They had a map of Spain, and then they had to put in all different features, and they would link to pictures, websites, videos, all sorts of things. So I thought that was pretty cool. So those were two great things that we learned about. And then the benefits of this was, you know, I really feel like you were getting these really great things that people were using, so you knew it was beneficial to use. It wasn't a waste of time. Also, in our professional development plans, technology is a big part where you have to put in artifacts, so this is very helpful for that. The teachers that were doing presentations were given small tokens of thanks with coffee gift certificates and gene passes. And then videotaping and archiving all of these videos into a LCS staff meeting where people can access these later. So we'll have sort of a archive of videos. So in the end, even though it didn't quite be as grand as I had planned for it to be, it was really pretty great. And with just two so far, we've learned some really great things, and the survey issued was really great feedback. So overall, I feel like it was a worthwhile project, and I will continue it the rest of the year, keep building up my archives. Thank you.